Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a Wild Hunt Wednesday, and I have a W deck for you guys. This is Wolfsbane. Now, I've created this deck. It's been stewing in my mind. I challenged myself to build in this card right here, Wolfsbane, into a deck. So we're going to see if we can get some value from it. So we're going to damage all units with even power by 2, or damage all units with odd power by 2. This card came to mind as I was playing some Fireswarm decks and thought to myself, you know what, I could use a tech tool that works really well against those. So we've got it. So depending on who we go up against and what they look like, we're going to be building around that. She-Troll of Vergen with Glusty Warp, Cave Troll, Plague Maiden, awesome value. And then we've got Haunt for the other round with a bunch of Death Wish units. And then Fiends to kind of trigger that specific number in our hand, and then Neckers and Andrega Larva to get the Thrives to exactly where we want them. So this way we can kind of like offset the units, get them all ready, drop down Wolfsbane all at once. We'll see if it works. We'll see if I'm a crazy person. Well, I mean, we kind of already know I am, but we'll see if my craziness pays off. I'm gonna change this to Alzer because I'm having a lot of fun with him. I love giving people Thunderbolts. It's just so much fun. You get a Thunderbolt. You get a Thunderbolt! I think, honestly, when they announced that it was Alzer, I was like, okay, this will be fine. Cool. I'll learn more about Witcher lore. You know, he's not like a superbly prominent character because he's so much in like the annals and not in the present. But it's gonna be, he's kind of fun. So Cave Troll is what I'm most worried about. It's a 5, so I also don't know if they're gonna punish that. So we get Gael's here. We have our Gaith in hand. So our other one is going to be Naglfar. I like these Thrive triggers. I'm going to put back one of these Noon Wraiths, though. Alright, Fiend works really well here. Yep. Alright, we're going to start with Neckers. Then we can play Gael's. To trigger them up if we want to. You just always want to check and see, okay, what are my golds? I know it'll be Naglfar, and then it'll be 2 of these other ones. I don't want it to be Winter Queen, so I'm just not going to do that immediately. Instead, we're just going to go for our Gaith here, since the opponent has kindly set up value for us.
Truth is a shard of ice.
Truly, truth is a shard of ice. I feel like that's like the beginning of a hit single. Now, if Winter Queen could just lay it down. So here the opponent just going for the punish, removing all my units, and that's fine. Choices have been made. Alright, we're going to go with Fiend here. Boost all Death Wish units, of which we have 4. And just continuing the punish on the opponent with that Frost. So now with Ice Queen out, Wolfsbane is going to be one of those. So I'm going to get 2 options out of these 3 cards. You know. Oh man. You know, we're going to do it. And we'll go, if it's Wolfsbane, we'll just go for odd punishes, I guess, right now. That would not be that's not what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for Haunt here, actually. Oh, okay. Well, we'll be getting out of this round here pretty quickly. Well, this works, so we're going to damage all odd-powered units by 2. That preserves the value on Gael's, and then forces this damage onto these 2 units here. Found Morlham Hunter to range. Oh, it's the melee. Okay, so that's a little bit better. No longer getting any value here. If I wanted to, I can tech here against this Fire Scorpion just to deny it value over time, and then we can tempo up with these 2 Thrive boosts, or I can go for damage onto melee row. So the damage onto melee row is only going to be an additional 2 point, or additional 1 point right now, an additional 3 points later. So we're gonna go for ranged, just so they can't line up any of these precise attacks. Also, reduces the likelihood of this Werecat getting pulled over immediately. The opponent here goes for that removal, which is fine. We're just gonna go for Noon Raid. My very busy son getting work behind me as we are continuing this first game in our fun YouTube video. But welcome. It's always fun on stream. Glad to have you guys. And thank you to everyone on YouTube for watching. If you like the content, please like, please subscribe. We love it. So here, if the opponent kills this unit, they get 2 rats. Should not be my preferred option, but it's also not the end of our world. I'm gonna go for Goliath here. There's at least 1/1 here, so if they get the other 2 rats, we can convert that with Glusty. Close this out. And here we are on red coin, so we're just gonna kind of keep playing until the opponent taps out. Obviously, Plague Troll, She Troll, and Glusty is a preferred play for a different round, but it works here. Hey, have a great rest. Love you, buddy. So here they're just kind of hampering our future play, but it's not the end of the world. We know for sure we're getting our Cave Troll. They lost on evens. And the reason why I was less concerned about this is Bargus gets to consume onto the Night Wraith if we can get the Haunt. So that's what we're going to be digging for here. Ardgaith is nice punish against these units with these decks with very few units. But they know it's coming, so we're going to put it back. Riders and Foglets are fine here. Just continuing the tempo on the opponent. And we're really going to be digging here for Haunt. If we miss Haunt, we're going to be in a bit of a pickle. The Enslave swing is a 10-point play with this leader ability. They take 5 points from me and put 5 points on their side. Alright, well. So here, that's what they've opted to do. They win on evens here. I've already seen them play Vincent, so the instant kill is not superb worry for me. I am wondering where they're going to get their value. Joachim getting played out. So here, just kind of whatever. If they win, they still win with the same number of cards as us, and this is perfect. Helga's gone. Joachim's gone. Ball is gone. The opponent here just clawing to stay in this match, and honestly, it's kind of close. They're only up by 8 points here. We're just gonna take the pass. I'm very content with this bleed. Roderick probably would have been the only other thing I would have liked to have seen. But Haunt just coming in here a little bit late. Vincent's already gone. Alright, just gonna keep both of these Night Wraiths because they're a different way for us to work this. Yeah, Necker is value, but it's not super great. So Fiend here gonna boost up both these Night Wraiths. Probably one of the worst of all the options we had. But just missing out on Haunt with only 5 more cards in deck. Just get really, really bad luck today.
Let their blood break their bones and spirit.
I don't know what he's gonna put to ranged. Don't really care. We don't have a whole lot of reactivity in this deck. So I don't want my Night Wraiths getting punished with their rats. So we'll try to stack up as much value as we can behind the defender here. He has 11 hit points they have to chew through, which is pretty difficult to do. And we'll just be protecting him against assassinations with the Night Wraith play. So there comes one. I'll be able to clear him off here.
Silence.
But they'll have to use some of those charges. Menno coming out. I'm guessing he's looking for Tourney Joust, since we've seen both the other ones get played, both the assassinations get played. That's fine. Here we're gonna play out She-Troll just because we get one extra turn with it.
Impressive.
Coup de grace against this cave troll is excellent. Very smartly played.
At once, both truly remarkable. Bloody.
So just adding some more value back to this She-Troll. Usurper Emperor, a decent play here, just good value.
My rule will be strong, my rule will be righteous.
But we very much take this game. Not really much of a contest there at the end. They tilted pretty hard with that Masquerade Ball. In round one, they just couldn't put up enough value. So, good win. Let's jump into another game, see if we can get Wolfsbane to go for a little bit more value. See if we can't get on. We still missed out on our most valuable card. But you can see already why the Fiend is valuable. A lot of these Deathwish cards do have odd numbers to them, so we can make them become even.
You get a thunderbolt. You get a thunderbolt.
It's only just that we go up against an overwhelming hunger deck. You got to be careful of the meta versions of these decks. They have a lot of weirdness to them. And that is a technical term. We're just going to put that back. We already have Naglfar, so we're going to be looking for Ardgaith. And then here, we get some value from this Fiend, but not a lot, so we're going to put him back. This is a little bit better. And then Necrars aren't superbly valuable here either. So I like to lead off with Endrega Larvas, and then we can trade up with Wild Hunt Riders after we've triggered Magic Lamp. Good way to trigger the Thrives, get some value from them. So I hear the opponent just kind of matching and meeting us there. So we can go ahead and use the other reason to trigger this is to prevent that play, but I don't mind if the opponent makes that play first. They'd miss out on a Thrive trigger. Kind of assuming that they're playing the typical deck. I'd like to see them play something deranged. Then we can use Ardgaith. And they do. So something we could actually do here is do Wolfsbane just to knock off that armor, because they are the only odd numbered units here. We don't need to, so we're just going to be a little patient here. Not triggering this Magic Lamp yet, just because, you know, all of our units are on even values right now. Conqueror is
We shall conquer
a
this
strange
world as
play.
we've conquered countless others.
So we only have one way of eating these foglets. And we're just going to go ahead and do it. I just want the thinning. I want the consistency. Okay, so right now the golds I'd be getting She-Troll, Glusty, Goliath, Werecat. I don't want these two, and the opponent passes anyway, so that problem is solved for us. Alright, here I am kind of anticipating we're just going to go all in. See what we get for draws. Werecat's pretty good here. I don't want to get Ardgaith with my Naglfar, so that's why I'm not going for it. And then Fiend here only boosting 3 units, which is better than nothing, but really not all that great. So here I'm getting 2 of these 3. Goliath I would be more than happy with. We'll go for a late play and just pray that it's Goliath, but I'd take Glusty. She-Troll is the only one I'd really prefer to keep in here so we can go for play on Plague Maiden. We'll just start off with Neckers. We're not in a rush here. Heatwave is very likely. If I'm seeing Noonwraith, that tells me that they might not be Devotion. However, we did see a Sentinel Conqueror, so I know it is a Devotion deck. So they're handicapped in terms of how they might deal with our Haunt. Looks like they're going for Ardgaith, which is fine.
Naivety is a fool's blessing.
It could have been Naglfar, I guess, but I would expect the Ardgaith. So that just tells us we need to put everything onto the same row, and that's fine. Here we do get a double play with the Barghest. Which juices up our Necker enough to keep him alive.
King Oberon, for Tyr de Lear.
So his units are kind of all oblong, so Wolfbane's really just not as helpful here. We're just gonna go to melee.
I shall never be alone again.
Desert Banshee gets us to consume whenever we want it, but if we lose the dominance, Barghest kind of becomes worthless. Imlerith and Imlerith's Wrath is kind of like the only thing the opponent can do to drop down some major punish onto us. So another option you could do is just leave all the rats if you get She-Troll, and then kill all of them with Wolfsbane, and then boost She-Troll up for 2 points for each of those units. This is a little strange. Here we're just going to go for our own Ardgaith. Not really in any rush to do anything here. Just trying to force the opponent to make some plays. You will note that all of our units are on odds though. So here Wolfsbane actually looks pretty nice. It's going to get us 6 points of value. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Damage all even units. Again, we still have that chance of getting our She-Troll of Vergen. But we're in an okay spot. So I do want to use this Naglfar, and I'm really shooting for this Goliath. It gives me some good thin out of my deck, and it will top deck one of these other 2 cards. Glusty Warp I would certainly take here as well, though. As you can see, we have a lot of 1s on the board. Oh, Wolfsbane only damages, it doesn't boost. So Yen is a little bit more... Yen gives you a little bit more flexibility if you want to do like the boost versus damage. Wolfsbane is just damage. You damage all units with odd power, or you damage all units with even power. So I didn't want to like kill all my own units. We do get Goliath. And the opponent, for some reason, has put all these units here. I don't really know why. We're just going to take advantage of that. Force a 14-point play. Oh, sorry. An 18-point play for them to catch up. They only have one Thrive trigger here with Winter Queen, so they need to start putting up some value. This Werecat plays for a lot of value, though, here onto ranged row. The Consume, I think, will actually get really close to tying up this round. But they can only damage all the one-powered units once. So now everything's kind of shrunk down. But we've done exactly what we set out to do, which is to force the round down. We pulled out the Werecat, was the other one we were really going for. And we know that we're going to get She-Troll. Glusty Warp, obviously, the one we really want as well. We do only have 8 cards in deck, so you know we have a decent chance of drawing him, especially with the 2 mulligans. There's no more Ardgaith, no more cards, so we will get 3 draws immediately. The opponent was able to close up the round. I expect them to have Haunt for round 3. Should be good, but it's not quite as much value as long as we get our Glusty Warp. So Noonwraith not really helpful here. This is kind of exactly everything we would want. Nothing else here is all that great for this play, so we're just going to finish this up. Now Wolfsbane, again, is built in here to tech against certain decks more than anything. You're probably thinking, oh, that didn't find a lot of value. That's true, it didn't. You know, it only found 6 points of value. Better than nothing. But it's really built in here to tech specifically against like Firesworn, which is one of the few decks that can really kind of go toe-to-toe in terms of value with this deck. So here we're just going to drop down our She-Troll. I wonder if we're about to face a mirror. Maybe somebody watched my deck and thought it was cool and built this. We'll find out. They only have 1 trigger here with the Overwhelming Hunger. They've used it. So choices have been made. It's Devotion, so I know they don't really, unless they have a Purify, they don't really have a way of getting around it unless they do that. But they don't have a way of consuming, so I do here just want to go for some good value. And we're just going to play around this a little bit. So we're just going to go for the Night Wraith. And now they're forced to consume a rat, which is pretty good. And that's why you don't use your leader charge unnecessarily on your Detlef Higher Vampire. It's also why we should have played Night Wraith first, especially since the play order didn't really matter all that much. If I see like a Purify come down here, that would be problematic. The Frost is not. Frost is just going to chew into this armor twice. And he gets boosted. I'm glad they changed him. Oh, it's because of Oberon that he got boosted by 1. But don't put Oberon in these decks. It's just not a good play. I know he doesn't have Heat Wave because of Oberon and because of the NL Conqueror. Go ahead, take my wrath. Some decent plays by the opponent, still able to put up a lot of value. Again, this Frost not doing anything other than boosting his own unit. So here we consume the Plague Maiden. We missed the consume on this Night Wraith, which is unfortunate, but it doesn't really matter. Here we just get so much value. We would have beat it alone with the Glusty Warp, but that She-Troll just always pushes it over. Just fantastic value. I'll also say you can use the She-Troll with Wolfsbane offensively, where you can kill a whole bunch of the opponent's units with the Wolfsbane. A She-Troll is just kill any unit during your turn. And if you were to do that, you would get a bunch of boosts on her. So that's why it's in here. It's teched against Firesworn, just because I was running into some problems with them. So this is a little bit different way of playing this deck. It's a different card you haven't seen maybe ever. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you liked, please like. If you want to see more of my stuff, please subscribe. And until next time, good luck on the path. Get out there and keep on Gwent.